Well, today has been a little bit more than crazy, to say the very least, because just like yesterday, we have more supposed leaks relating to Black Ops 4, and I don't know, these are a bit crazy because all these leaks all seem to be very, very negative for Black Ops 4, and because of this, a lot of people are freaking out, saying this is going to be the worst COD ever. They're flipping tables, they're saying they're not going to buy it, it's going to be the worst game ever, not even the worst COD ever, the worst game ever, and I don't know, this seems like an overreaction, is from my opinion, and really it's not even really my opinion, this is an overreaction for a leak that has not even been close to being confirmed. And I don't know, even Charlie Intel won't even touch this leaks because there's no way to confirm any of this. Just one guy, a guy called Matt Harris on Twitter, has apparently leaked the entire game, and the entire game is going to be absolute trash. And what I say to everybody who is freaking out right now, just calm down. First off, we don't know if this is true at all. In fact, personally, I doubt it. But on top of that, even if it is true, why freak out when you don't know if it's true or not? Let's at least wait a month till the community reveal, and then you can actually freak out then if it is true. But since it's probably not going to be true, you won't have to freak out then. But regardless, just calm down, wait for this community reveal, and that's all you have to do. But personally, I find, but right there, was very doubtful about this whole situation. There's multiple reasons why I think that is. First off is that he leaked everything, like from the entire game, like campaign, everything that happened with campaign this year and why it was cut in the setting, even the ending story to the campaign. And on top of that, he has Battle Royale information, which is like, oh, okay, well, whatever, he has Battle Royale information. But then he also has zombie information, and then he also has zombie storyline information, and then he has stuff on multiplayer too. Oh, okay, sure, you have all of this right now. Find that hard to believe. I don't think there's ever been a leak this big in Call of Duty before, so I don't know, it just seems really, really doubtful to me. And one thing that really makes me doubt it, like more than all the other ones, is that on top of Charlie Intel not really confirming or even touching this story, they also, and everything I've already said, but he's also actually saying that this game is not even going to be set even close to the modern day. In fact, this game was going to originally be set, including the campaign and everything, it was going to be set even further in time than Black Ops 3. And then it was going to be traveling through time, going to Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and even Black Ops 3 again, and of course return back to the Black Ops 4 time. And what? Okay, so we've had leaks from, I think, 4 different places, from all reputable places. Even Charlie Intel has talked about this on every single occasion, saying that we are going to go to modern day. And if you look at all the places where we're supposed to be going, Black Ops 1, that's not modern day. Black Ops 2, that's not modern day, or maybe you can give that one a pass. But then you have Black Ops 3, which is not modern day, and if it's set even further than Black Ops 3, then of course it's not modern day. So how have all these leaks from 4 different places in the past all been wrong, and all of a sudden this guy shows up and says, oh, that's actually all not true, it's going to be set even further future, then we're going even further back in time, and then even still in the future. And I don't know, I just find that so hard to believe. Like, okay, sure sir, I trust you on this completely, of course, but really everyone who's freaking out about this, just calm down, just wait a month. But for the people who don't know, and really I don't know why I'm doing this, I guess I'll go over them real quick of all the leaks that he's actually talking about here. So like I said, he leaked the entire game, so let's actually talk about the campaign first. And he was saying that the campaign was actually canceled, not because it was too outlandish or something like that, like we got yesterday, which this may seem likely if, according to him, of course, even though I kind of trust it was just too outlandish, which is still unfortunate because we like outlandish things from Treyarch. But he was saying it was because it was too far in the future, and the Activision executives were all like saying, oh, we don't want nothing to do with future in Call of Duty ever again. So that was the reason they scrapped it. And okay, sure, whatever, you could say that. But then he also had the ending for the story. Okay, so how the heck did you get the ending of the campaign? I don't know how he did that. I've never heard of an ending of the campaign being leaked ever, but apparently he did it, and he got the ending of the campaign out, which apparently happened, which is crazy. But one thing that he mentioned here, but this is also something that was already talked about yesterday in a lot of the other leaks, but he was already saying that what's it called? The campaign was actually just scrapped early this year. And this is something I actually wanted to talk about, because if this is true, that sucks so bad for everybody involved. Maybe not Activision. Well, it probably even sucks for them, really, because they had to invest in making campaign for 2 years. But just imagine, I think this is who it sucks for the most, though, but just imagine you are a developer working on this thing for 2 years, and then Activision comes to town, says, oh, this is too outlandish, or assuming he is saying the truth and it's even further in the future, this is too far in the future and we're scrapping that. Imagine hearing that. That would suck so bad. Something you worked on for 2 years, all getting scrapped. I would hate everybody. I'd probably even want to quit at that point. That would suck so bad. I think personally I would quit, but anyways, that's something that apparently is probably happen, which sucks because not only for the developers, but also sucks for us, because we were thinking now that campaign was gone, all the resources were going to zombies and multiplayer, which is true, but that wasn't true for all 3 years of development. That just barely happened now. And that sucks so bad, because that means we're not getting some crazy multiplayer and crazy zombies this year. It's probably going to be just barely anything new to it, which, oh my gosh, sucks. But regardless, that is one that is true, or most likely going to be true, but of course this was talked about by someone else even before this guy, so I don't think this is that credible by any means. Next thing he talked about was a Battle Royale mode inside the game, and this is pretty much everything we heard yesterday about Battle Royale coming to Black Ops 4, and actually no, that's not what he said, because our leaks yesterday said it was coming to Black Ops 4, but this time he's saying that's going to be an entirely different game to itself. It's going to be more like how Fortnite is, where you have the original Fortnite, whatever that game's called, and then you have the Battle Royale mode on the side, which is entirely different games, because you can't go into both of the modes that, you know, Save the World, I think it's called Fortnite Save the World, correct? Hopefully that's correct, but, you know, just how the Fortnite situation is, and this thing's going to be constantly updated throughout the entire Call of Duty's lifespans, and every single time a new Call of Duty comes out. So if Black Ops 4 comes out this year, it's going to have the theme of Black Ops 4, then when Infinite Warfare's game comes out next year, then it'll have the theme of Infinite Warfare's game, which doesn't sound like a bad idea, and this is something that I think would probably be true, but this is something like anybody could have thought up, and personally it's actually something, well, not personally, well, it's actually something Activision has spoke up about in the past, because they wanted to bring I guess, if you guys haven't heard of it, but the Call of Duty Online from China, they wanted to bring that to a global scale with that, but they couldn't think of a way to do that without damaging, I guess, the main Call of Duty franchise thing that comes out every year. So what they wanted to do, they just wanted to just go ahead and bring something here without hurting the main game, and they saw the opportunity with the Battle Royale mode. So of course that would be a good opportunity for them to have a Call of Duty Online version of Battle Royale inside the rest of the world and not hurt its main title. So that is something that probably may happen, but it's kind of contradictory to the, I guess, leaks we saw yesterday saying that the Battle Royale mode was going to be a part of Black Ops 4. So I don't know, but let's actually zombies was the next thing he talked about. But we'll come back to zombies, because the zombie stuff is a bit crazy, but for multiplayer, this is why I find this so doubtful. Everything is a doomsday story for Call of Duty, and he really said multiplayer is going to be the worst out of all of them, because he says this is nothing like Call of Duty anymore. It's going to be some that's boots on the ground, some of it's going to be advanced movement, some of it's going to be just all over the place. The maps are crazy, and absolutely everything. And what? Oh, okay, he says they're going to change up the class thing even worse than the division system, which maybe they'll do, but I don't know. It's like, how is this all so negative? How is there not one good thing happening inside this next Black Ops 4? I just find this so doubtful, and now I just find myself just shaking my hand in anger. I don't know why I'm getting so upset. I just need to calm down after seeing this. I don't know why, but anyways, apparently multiplayer sucks for Black Ops 4, apparently. But let's talk about the zombies things last, because he apparently leaked the entire storyline. Well, maybe not the entire storyline, but he leaked a lot of it. But really, everything he says with the storyline is something that we kind of all expected. We thought we were going to get a Mob of the Dead map already. We thought we were going to maybe go to London. Of course, we thought Transit was going to show up again, or the Transit crew, whatever you want to call it. Of course, we thought Monty was going to be a bad guy, and he's really just repeated all of this, and this stuff we already expected. So like, whatever, this is kind of what we expected, so you could easily just make that up. And obviously, since it's stuff people expected, that would be better to use that. But regardless, that isn't the main news for zombies, because obviously that's not bad. That's not bad for zombies. This is all stuff we expected from zombies. But what's negative about zombies, of course, there's always a negative part about this entire leak. It's that Jason Blundell is leaving because he's an overbearing guy who makes all the people working under him hate their lives. And also, he's the one who thought up the ideas for Black Ops 4's campaigns and Black Ops 3's campaigns, and since Black Ops 3's campaign wasn't that successful and Black Ops 4's campaign actually got cut, that's another reason why they want to get rid of him, because he's not thinking of any good campaign ideas anymore, apparently, and of course, all his co-workers hate him, and he's supposed to be leaving after Black Ops 4. Okay, that's all happening. Guaranteed, I promise you, every single one of these things are happening. I don't know. But personally, I just can't even think of believing any of this. This is just a little ridiculous in my opinion. Like, how can everything inside this be negative? Zombies is going to be ruined this year. Campaign's gone. Of course, we kind of expected that, but the reason why it's gone is a little weird. And obviously, multiplayer is going to suck. Multiplayer just has to suck. And then there's a battle royale thing. I just find it so flippin' hard to believe, and especially with all the doubtful reasons, I just can't find myself to believe it. But anyways, tell me what you guys think about this. Do you guys actually think this is going to happen? Because personally, I just cannot find myself to believe any of this, really, especially with contradicting a lot of other leaks we've had in the past. It just doesn't seem likely to me in the first place. But again, I'd still like to hear what you guys think about this whole situation. But anyways, that's about it for me. And if you guys do want to see more content similar to this from me, then go ahead, do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and of course, bell. That's very important. I'll mention that twice from now on because bell is just so important now, but I'm not going to try to mention that nearly as much now in the future, but still, I'm going to mention it. But anyways, I'm going to go, and I will catch you guys on my next video.